Okay, Ed. So when I was in school, I had an expectation that one day when I grow up, I'd be wealthy and successful, get married and live happily ever after. But somewhere along the way, I gave up on this dream. And it wasn't deliberate or conscious, it was a gradual effort. Now, going back even younger, when I was about 6, my mum said to me, "Mark, what do you want to be when you grow up?" She said, "Wouldn't it be amazing if you worked really hard in school and became a doctor to help people every day?" Now, I must point out at this young age, I couldn't stand the sight of blood. So the very thought of becoming a doctor and seeing blood on a daily basis didn't appeal to me in the slightest. To make matters even worse, I wanted to become a window cleaner. Now, I don't have OCD and some kind of mad desire to clean things all the time, but the very thought of becoming a window cleaner at that young age was some kind of crazy Bear Grylls life or death expedition. The very thought of climbing high up the ladder seemed like so much fun. But it gave me a problem. Do I try and please Mum? Do I try and please Mum and become a doctor and see blood daily, or follow my dream? The underlying message I later learned is I might be doing jobs I don't like from time to time. Now, at this young age, I believed in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny. But as I got older, I learnt the truth, hence the death of Santa. Now, children are always growing and learning new things, aren't they? But as adults, we can almost reverse evolution, and if we're not careful, we can stop growing, stop pushing ourselves, and stop trying new things, and we just settle. And I settled at a desk, and that's me on the right. Now, the language that we use daily can really have a large impact on our lives, and I think that, growing up and day to day, it can influence you. Who's heard the phrase, "It's not about the winning, it's about the taking part"? Now, parents will say this to their kids to try and protect them, and I think it's a load of bollocks. Try saying that to Mo Farah. In a typical week, he'll run 135 miles with no rest days and a typical pace of less than 6 minutes per mile. So I think for Mo, it's about the winning. But this kind of negative language had an impact on me growing up, and it definitely lowered my expectation on what I thought was possible. So I wouldn't try and win the race. I thought that just taking part would be enough. So it lowered my drive. Now, I don't believe that crap anymore, though. I think we should try and step outside our comfort zones and push ourselves hard. Mo Farah is convinced that the reason why he's been so successful is because of his desire to train the hardest, and it's not just down to sheer raw natural talent. So I try and look at the bigger picture. We used to believe the world was flat, so you can't live in a bubble. It can be a bit like learned helplessness. Now, where I'm from growing up, we would think nothing of going on a trip to Barry Island, and we'd think that would be some kind of mad adventure in some faraway land, and it wasn't. And friends can help us too. We can, my friend helped me see my life from a bigger perspective, and my life changed when I seen the bright lights of Cardiff. Now, we face a dilemma because, especially parents, we want to look after our children and keep them safe from harm, but also try and protect them and push them outside their comfort zones. There can be a bit of a contradiction from time to time. Now, don't judge me, I love Disney, and that's why I've got this up. But look at Pinocchio, look how way down he is, and we can do that to ourselves. We can get way down with all of these contradictions and silly beliefs. I now think it's very important to push yourself and try new things. How often do you try new things? One of the things I've tried is doing this speech. I'm scared of public speaking. I booked it, put a date on it, and it's made me take some action. Now, how do you view yourself? I've only recently got in the game with this kind of stuff. I've done public speaking and speed dating and so on. And the surprising thing I've found is an increase in my self-confidence and my self-belief. It's brilliant. The key now is consistency. How often do you make New Year's resolutions? I don't bother anymore. Apparently, you make them on the 1st of January and you break them on the 15th. So you get 15 days of feeling good. That's not enough. So this next slide is my favorite. Procrastination. I'll find a picture for it later. That sums me up. A number of times I found something more important to do right in this speech, like the washing up. It's amazing. So thank you for your time. Before I go, one quick quote from Carl Sandburg. Nothing happens unless we first dream. Your greatest gift is taking one step outside your comfort zone each day. Why have I stopped dreaming? I haven't. Thank you.